Introduction. Hi there, Cheryl Ford, otherwise known as Cher Wonder Woman on Twitter, the Aussie version. I had been writing my personal story blog since 2012 because it was difficult to believe whilst I never made trouble, whether I was home or out in public, I was being abused by strangers without a cause. Difficult for me to understand, as in a general sense, I was only going about my daily chores like most would do. Little did I know what was brewing in the background were individuals where they were told to keep quiet, whilst a network of people were distributing nude pictures of me on porn sites all across the world, 24/7, with fake and damaging stories to go with them. It started out where I was the only one in these pictures, but they had been photoshopped and changed dramatically, adding other people. They took these pictures to television, where they were supported with the theory that Miss Ford had become a prostitute and should not ever work amongst the general public again. The network constantly convincing the people that I was a very bad person, and the people constantly showing the pictures, and in doing so creating as many false stories as possible, blaming me for just about everything, telling the people that they saw me doing many things whilst I was never in those places. Being terrorized and blocked in so many ways on a daily basis, where you become so isolated and imprisoned on the outside. People in all areas began to reject my entitlements as a human being. My then mobile phone number had been given out to everybody, where silent phone calls plagued me any time of the day or night. I was being stalked 24/7, both in and outside my place of living. Some rejected boyfriends joined in to add to false and overrated stories. This situation became so bad, I had no friends with no support from anywhere. My human rights were completely stripped and all of my jobs taken away from me, making it difficult to survive. I was made homeless in short bursts on 4 occasions without any support. The idea of the network of people who had formed was that if I didn't have a job, then I would be forced into the sex industry to work as their cash cow. They had taken almost complete control of my daily movements and even tried to bombard my computer to stop me from earning a living selling product online. This happened consistently over many years. The bullying on a daily basis was horrendous from both young and old, both male and female, with a younger generation that had been constantly groomed by the network to believe they had the right to abuse a woman. It was all very horrific. I felt sorry that these people had been converted into expressing such bad behaviour, but I managed to cope, having educated myself with much knowledge and experience, coupled with my beloved pets by my side. They were all very close to me. That concludes my introduction. I'll go on now to tell you some of the other things that have happened in my story, but putting 27 years into, say, 10 minutes has not been easy. I'm also wearing my kinky boots that I no longer can do up. I bought them almost 3 decades ago and only got to wear them once to a New Year's Eve party. So I hope you appreciate them. I absolutely love them. These are some of the things I've been accused of. I've been accused, this is a vendetta, I've been accused of being involved in and participating in backyard abortions. Not me, but a male back 40 odd years ago who organised these so-called abortions for his many girlfriends, of whom he got pregnant. These, I were told, were performed from the home of a couple here in Victoria, where that very couple are living happily ever after in the northern suburbs of Melbourne. Some girls nearly cost their lives with what happened. This male is an acquaintance of one of my ex-boyfriends. Myself, I would not know the first place to look for these sorts of things, and if I had to make that choice, would only ask medical and professional advice from a family planning clinic. Moving on, being accused of having abused children at some stage. Somebody really is off their face here, because I would absolutely take control of situations that involve abuse of any kind in my presence, be it children, animals or adults. I am incredibly disciplined myself and do not tolerate these kinds of circumstances, and have stepped in and broken up many a fight, having never known those people. Having exploited younger men, that'll come in a different chapter, and being accused of taking drugs will come in the next video. Having been called a thief, that's a good one. I'm known for protecting things, whether it's yours or mine. My sexuality was ridiculed and criminalised. Being called a lesbian was designed to belittle and made to make me feel worthless, probably the biggest insult of them all. As I have never even been to a tea party with a bunch of girls and much prefer male company, as I come from a male-dominated background in motorsport and find males more entertaining. I heard stories that I had every disease going. Well, here's my health stats as early as March this year. Every test from AIDS backwards negative, includes whatever you want to add to it. I was always so proud of my health record, apart from the new shingles virus brought on by stress. Tested positive for it on March 16 to 17, where I had been complaining of chronic pain over the last 4 years and was being treated for back pain. 5 doctors from the one clinic are now facing questions from the Health Commission Board, along with 1 nurse. Accused of being a prostitute for the last 27 years. Wicked bunch of a network of people full of mud and deceitful stories. I broke up with my last partner of 8.5 years in 2002 and had chosen not to have a partner in the last 15 years. Coupled together, that makes up the last 24 years out of 27 where I have been accused of being a prostitute, of which I could never be part of, not even in my darkest hour. This is interesting news for you. Victorian public is about to experience facing probably the biggest lawsuit ever seen in this country, and there will be more issued to others before I'm done, for they have caused so many other people to have been hurt, injured or murdered by a now generation out of control, with a ripple effect that has surfaced from my story alone. Police have not done their job either in arresting members of the network, of whom are all known by a particular media channel, with many prominent faces from that channel responsible for litigation and the attacks on me. I have never been approached or asked, were any of these things true, by anybody. My final words for video 1. Women create the world with the production of people. And for a male to want to hurt and abuse a female at any level, and in particular this one, they're rubbishing their own mother. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.